This is wrestling's greatest moments.
Hey now, wrestling fans. It's time for another episode of Wrestling's Greatest Moments, Who's Dat Wrestler, where we provide 5 clues and you have to guess the wrestler's identity. The less clues you need to get the answer, the better your score. Before we get started though, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell. Here are the rules. You have 5 clues to guess each wrestler's identity. That is, the wrestling name they're best known by. This week, we're adding a picture clue. You'll get a picture of a wrestler that is blurred out. As the clues progress, you'll see more of the wrestler, which will hopefully give you a better idea of the wrestler's identity. Keep in mind that as the categories get more challenging, the picture clues will also be more challenging. For example, you may get a picture of a wrestler after a hair versus hair match that makes it more difficult to guess their identity. As always, if you answer the question with the first clue, you get 5 points. If you answer the question by the second clue, you get 4 points, and so on, with the 5th and last clue being worth 1 point. If you don't answer the question within 5 clues, you get a whole lot of nothing. Dare to play the wild card? If you're willing to take a risk, consider playing our wildcard question. We'll give you the subject. The question could be easy, medium, or hard. You won't know until you play it. It's a multiple choice, or as we used to say in school, multiple guess. Answer it right and you add 5 points to your score. Answer it wrong and you deduct 5 points. Remember, the wildcard is optional. Here's an example. Category: The Road Warriors. Your difficulty is easy. Lucky you. Question: which of these tag team titles weren't held by the Road Warriors? 1. The AWA World Tag Team Championship. 2. The WWF Tag Team Championship. 3. The ECW Tag Team Championship. 4. The NWA World Tag Team Championship. The correct answer is 3. The ECW Tag Team Championship. Good luck! Question 1. Easy. Clue number 1. This wrestler was born on October 2nd, 1966 in San Francisco, California. A member of the Inoue family, he was trained by his uncle Afa of the Wild Samoans and debuted around 1985. This wrestler worked in the American Wrestling Association, AWA, as Coquina Maximus. Clue number 2. This wrestler used his massive girth to crush opponents, such as when he injured Greg Gagne in the AWA. This wrestler later kayfabe injured WWF superstar Crush, aka Bryan Adams, during a post-match attack. Clue number 3. This wrestler debuted in the WWF in 1992 and was managed by Mr. Fuji. Manager James E. Cornette later joined Fuji in managing him. This wrestler was Owen Hart's surprise tag team partner at WrestleMania 11, where they defeated the Smoking Guns for the WWF Tag Team Championship. Clue number 4. This wrestler issued a body slam challenge held on the USS Intrepid on July 4th, 1993, where various athletes tried and failed to slam him. Lex Luger showed up, slamming this wrestler and beginning a feud. Clue number 5. This wrestler won the 1993 Royal Rumble and defeated Bret the Hitman Hart for the WWF Championship at WrestleMania 11. Although the wrestler lost the title to Hulk Hogan in an impromptu match that same night, he regained the title from the Hulkster at 1993's King of the Ring. Who's Dat Wrestler? Who is Yokozuna? Question 2. Easy. Clue number 1. This wrestler was born on August 12th, 1955 in Greenville, South Carolina. This wrestler won the National Wrestling Alliance's Rookie of the Year award in 1980. Clue number 2. Wrestling lore has it that this wrestler was considered as a member of the Fabulous Ones. This wrestler worked alongside Bobby Fulton as the Fantastic Ones. This wrestler found success in Bill Watts' Universal Wrestling Federation, UWF, where he teamed with Chris Adams to win the UWF Tag Team Championship. Clue number 3. This wrestler was a major player in Mid-South Wrestling and its successor, the UWF. There, he held singles gold, including the Mid-South North American Heavyweight Championship, the Mid-South Television Championship, and the UWF Television Championship. There, this wrestler feuded with Buddy Landel, Nikolai Volkov, and Barry Darsow, aka Crusher Khrushchev. Clue number 4. This wrestler was known for his finisher, the 5-arm, aka the Flying Forearm. This wrestler worked in WCW as a member of the York Foundation alongside Thomas Rich and Richard Morton. Clue number 5. This wrestler was managed in the WWF by Bobby the Brain Heenan, who had him work under the nickname the Red Rooster. Who's that wrestler? Who is Terry Taylor, aka the Red Rooster? Question 3. Medium. Clue number 1. This wrestler was born on June 22, 1963, in Surrey, British Columbia, Canada. This wrestler was a skilled amateur wrestler before he became a sumo wrestler, earning the nickname the Canadian Comet. Clue number 2. This wrestler worked in World Championship Wrestling, WCW, as a member of the Dungeon of Doom, and later feuded in WCW with Big Bubba Rogers. Clue number 3. This wrestler worked as a member of the WWF faction, the Oddities. Clue number 4. This wrestler worked in WCW as the Shark. Clue number 5. This wrestler famously flattened Hulk Hogan during an episode of the Brother Love Show, leading to a big match at 1990 SummerSlam. Who's that wrestler? Who is Earthquake, aka John Tenta? Question 4. Medium. Clue number 1. This wrestler was born on October 4th, 1928, in Nutley, New Jersey. He was trained by wrestler Chief Don Eagle and debuted in the late 1940s. Clue number 2. This wrestler enjoyed success in Southern promotion, including National Wrestling Alliance territories in Florida and Georgia, but he would find his greatest success in the WWF/WWF. He debuted in the WWF in 1970. Clue number 3. This wrestler was a beloved figure in the WWF. He worked a gimmick as a Native American wrestler, feuding in singles matches against Greg Valentine, who kayfabe broke his leg, Sparrow Zarian, and superstar Billy Graham, challenging Graham for the WWF Championship. Clue number 4. Although this wrestler competed in singles matches in the WWF, he achieved champion success in tag team action, including a run as WWF Tag Team Champion alongside Sonny King and later Billy White Wolf. Clue number 5. Although this wrestler portrayed a Native American, he was not of Native American descent. This wrestler held the WWF Tag Team Championship twice with his kayfabe brother Jules. He later worked as a road agent in the WWF. Who's that wrestler? Who is Chief Jay Strongbow? Question 5. Hard. Clue number 1. This wrestler was born on April 29th, 1961 in Richmond, Kentucky. This wrestler debuted around 1981. One of his earliest teams was in the Southern Sensations and Mountain Wrestling Association. Clue number 2. This wrestler worked as an enhancement talent in the WWF. This wrestler later worked in Continental Wrestling Association, CWA, in the mid-80s, teaming with Ron Sexton as part of the team Hot Property. Clue number 3. This wrestler formed several championship teams in CWA, including one with Jeff Jarrett, where they captured the AWA Southern Tag Team Championship 3 times. This wrestler also won the CWA Tag Team Championship twice with Scott Steiner and once with Action Jackson. Clue number 4. This wrestler's success continued when the CWA became the United States Wrestling Association, USWA, winning the USWA Southern Heavyweight Championship from Brian Christopher in 1997 before dropping it to Spellbinder. This wrestler also held the USWA World Tag Team Championship twice with Flash Flanagan. Clue number 5. This wrestler was arrested while working a TV taping for the USWA. The promotion incorporated the arrest into the TV show. Who's Dat Wrestler? Who is Billy Joe Travis? Question 6. Hard. Clue number 1. This wrestler was born in Milwaukee, Wisconsin on July 11th, 1926. This wrestler received wrestling training while serving in the Army during World War II. This wrestler debuted in 1949 after working as a meat packer and a bricklayer. Clue number 2. This wrestler is well known for his tag team championship success, but he also enjoyed singles success, including 3 reigns as American Wrestling Association, AWA, World Heavyweight Champion. Clue number 3. This wrestler held the AWA World Tag Team Championship with Baron Von Raschke in 1984, before dropping the titles to the Road Warriors. Clue number 4. The tag team this wrestler and the wrestler he was most associated with included runs as heels and later as babyfaces. During their babyface run, this wrestler and his partner worked a historic steel cage match against Maurice and Paul Vachon at Chicago's Comiskey Park in 1970. Clue number 5. This wrestler was nicknamed the wrestler who made Milwaukee famous. Who's Dat Wrestler? Who is the Crusher? Question 7. Ridiculous. Clue number 1. This wrestler was born on May 21st, 1911. This wrestler competed under several names, including the Masked Marvel, one of several wrestlers who take this identity, and Dave Dutton. He was also nicknamed the St. Louis Flash. Clue number 2. This wrestler debuted around 1935 and ended his career in the 1950s. This wrestler was known for singles and tag team matches, including teams with Gino Garibaldi and one of this wrestler's sons. Clue number 3. This wrestler's son, Bobby, was a wrestling referee. This wrestler earned 2 spots on Barry Penhale's list of best matches I witnessed in 1952, including a match against Abe Zavankon and Bob Strangler Wagner. Clue number 4. Besides his wrestling career, this wrestler was known for training Lou Thesz, Wild Bill Longson, Wilbur Snyder, Ray Steele, and one of this wrestler's sons. Clue number 5. This wrestler's son would hold the AWA World Heavyweight Championship several times, taking the family wrestling name to new heights. Who's Dat Wrestler? Who is Warren Bockwinkel? Dare to play the wild card? Remember, the wild card is optional. Get it right, and you add 5 points to your score. Get it wrong, and you deduct 5 points. This week's wild card category, Paul Orndorff. Difficulty, easy. What was Paul Orndorff's best-known wrestling nickname? 1. Precious. 2. Ravishing. 3. Pretty Boy. 4. Mr. Wonderful. The answer is 4. Mr. Wonderful. Paul Orndorff's best-known wrestling nickname was Mr. Wonderful. Now it's time to add up your score. Let's have the coach tell you how you did. Coach?
How'd you do? No points. You set up the ring. While you're at it, sweep up the gym. 1 to 5 points. You're a wrestling school student. 6 to 10 points. You're a local talent, or what I like to call a bum. 11 to 15 points. You're a jobber to the stars. 16 to 20 points. You're a mid-card talent. 21 to 25 points. You're an upper-card talent. 26 to 30 points. You're a main eventer. 31 to 34 points. You're the undisputed world champion. 35 points. You're a living legend. While you're at it, subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell. Wrestling's greatest moments. The channel that celebrates the squared circle.